Somebody once asked me, why do you do this? Good question. Good question. Is it for me or is it for him? Good question. Good question. So I sat down and I fought with it and I wrestled with it and I came to the conclusion that I am nothing. I sat humbled at the fact that I am nothing. Even more humbled at the fact that he is something. So why do I speak such things? Good question. Good question. You see, there's something more than bowing down to culture, walking robotically through our routines while the Lord says, wait, I want to mold her. I want to mold him. I want to mold them. I want to tell you a story about a particular morning where the words "take me back" swam throughout my head. I considered them lightly, but like a fool, avoided them instead. 8 months later, I was on my knees crying, saying, take me back to when I knew you. My faith is so dead, far from anything new. And when I pray, I feel as if my four walls can't even hear me. When I turn on my lights, dark is still the only thing I see. Where did you go? Or rather, where did I go? God, you've awoken me in my sleep, whispered my name, called me back home. So I sat in the eerie place where I once prayed, trying to soften my heart of stone, convicted by the very words I spoke, convicted by the fact that I can't do this on my own. I pleaded, God, are you with me? Are you here? Is this all just an imaginary battle? God, don't leave me in my doubt. Don't leave me in my struggle. And I hope it's not too much to ask, but would you take me back? Child, my child, can't you see I've never left you? Your faith is weak, but here, look at what I've called you to do. You can sit there faithless, stay like this, or you can move. And since that morning, I felt him stir my heart gracefully and mercifully, pulling me apart. And I've had some thoughts. You and I were just flesh and bones, but you and I, we have souls, yet we tend to submit ourselves to this place that isn't our home. Listen, just listen here for a minute. He desires for our lives to be full, but we are all too busy grasping these handfuls of material things that are worth nothing when you and I stand before our Creator someday. And I guarantee you our material things will not have a thing to say, nothing to say on behalf of me or on behalf of you. And I mean it when I say we can make our lives whatever we want them to, regardless of if it's living, we actually do. What is life if we walk through it faithless? Numb zombies in this world walking around faceless. And as harsh as these words may seem, you and I need to face this. The time I feel him most is the time that I am less. The times where I walk with an unwavering faith is actually the time that I feel at rest. Think with me for just a moment. I'm asking for just a moment of your time. Where are you? Where is your life? Because I know for the longest time, I called my existence mine. Are you clinging, grasping, worshiping and praising things that one day won't even be? And if there's one person in this place that's guilty of that, that one person is me. He does not ask for the perfect person. He calls us to walk faithfully, but we always have some excuse, some means of diversion. Have you ever just felt weak? It seems as if you can't travel any farther from you. What do we say? What do we do? We need to focus on him, follow him daily, faithfully. And as boring as some people claim the word to be, we need to read it religiously. Why do I have to do this? Good question. Good question, because I am a wicked human being. And the word, his truth, his peace are not a means to get a standing on the religious ladder. Those are just the things that a wicked sinner like me needs. The only things on this earth that are actually freeing. In the quietness between my four walls, I seek him, not for the eyes of mockers, but because I need him. Whether it's drugs, alcohol, pornography, or your popularity socially, we need to release our grasps, walk faithfully, and look those things in the face and say, dare me. So why do I do this? Good question. Good question. Life on earth is only a microscopic speck in eternity. So how can we have this faith if we can't surrender and walk faithfully? Because faith is more than being a victim to the world. It's being a victor in his word. And because faith is more than being blown by the wind, walking blindly through this life. Faith is saying I'm blind to what you have coming next, but I trust in you alone. Because this life I have, it was never mine. Sincerely, a sinner.